My wife's affair led me to invest in myself. About 4 years ago, around our 11th anniversary and 13th year together, my wife admitted to dating but not having sex with another man in our first year of marriage. During this time, I had just graduated college and moved to the town where I had been hired. She was going to live in our old place and follow on a few months later. Money was tight as we were paying for 2 homes, so I was not visiting often. Following her confession, it took 6 months before she finally admitted to having sex during the entire 2-month period. It took another 18 months before she admitted to a one-night stand before I moved and getting oral sex on stage while stripping at a party during the time I was gone. At the end of our time apart, we took a trip to visit her family where she says she realized she loved me, wanted to be with me, and was going to take her affairs to the grave. 10 years and 2 children later, she says the guilt overtook her. I've told her I'm most mad she didn't tell me then. We already had 2 places to live. All of our stuff was divided. We were essentially separated as she kept all her stuff at the old place while I moved all my stuff to the new. She could have told me then and a divorce would have been completely seamless. She ended up confessing in the middle of a bad time at work. I ended up getting a bunch of national awards and thought I was in top of the world. Immediately following her first confession, like the exact Monday after, my boss completely turned on me. I started getting all of the shittiest projects and all of the evening shifts. As my national recognition increased and, worse yet, recognition from his boss, treatment got worse. All the while I was pushing for my wife to admit she had sex while she continued the initial lie. Not even knowing if I was going to have a job while my wife was a stay-at-home mom made me realize a divorce was not in the cards. I needed to save in case of unemployment, which was an increasingly ominous reality. Worse, alimony and child support off of an income that I no longer had was impossible. Her affair left in me a level of coldness which has changed me. It's as though all human empathy has left me. Following her last confession, once it all came out, or at least the story she has held to for the last 2 years, as I don't think I will ever believe her again, a job the same as mine opened in the next town over. When I asked my boss for a recommendation, he countered by promoting above my boss. With money to match. I reassigned my last boss to a series of dead-end projects. Nothing career-ending, just monotony, mindless work with low-level skill. Cut his team back. Eliminating access to bonuses and recognition. I thought saying meaningless career would be the best revenge. It's the same in my marriage. I have no ambition in the type of husband I am. If I see a work opportunity has come up, I will always take it. This has led to more promotions and more bonuses. I'm now in the running for my own location with a team of 200 people. My wife is fantastic. She always initiates sex. She can't keep her hands off me. Does everything around the house even though she has since gone back to work. I know I love her, but I am not in love with her. If she couldn't love the young kid fresh out of college who was ready to love her fully, then she doesn't deserve the full love of me now. Her betrayal is a major contributor to my success. Not because she ended up being there in support, but instead because I learned how alone I am in the world and I am solely responsible for my own success and failure. This isn't the life I thought I would live. Life isn't a fairy tale with happy endings. Edit, on mobile, so lots of grammatical errors. WW is doing everything right. I'm just not receptive. I was away on a work trip for a few days. I was using the opportunity to network. It used to be calling to check in was a top priority. My wife is always texting with what she is doing. Normally it is doing things with our girls. Even though her affair was a long time ago, she still checks in. When I got home, she met me in the driveway to welcome me home. Complimented how good I look in a new suit. Pointed out I look like a vagrant with my facial hair. Most importantly, how much she missed me while I was gone. She always does little things, had my business suits that I didn't take pressed, winterized my motorcycle and had a dessert made. It's even more painful since I know winning back my affection is a huge goal of hers. It's not whether I want to or not. I just don't feel capable of that level of vulnerability. Not just her, but with anyone. I feel bad because I know she is working incredibly hard. How long will she continue to try before giving up? What WS don't understand? I get to choose between a shit sandwich and a giant douche for doing absolutely nothing wrong. Every wayward needs to know. No, zero, none, nil, nor nada. Betrayed spouses chose you because they wanted you. You are the less bad option of the shit sandwich we get to spend the rest of our lives with. How do I communicate I am not with my WS spouse because she is the better option? I'm with her so I don't lose access to my children and bury myself in child support. It's not that I want to shame my spouse. I just want her to understand. I am not with you because I love you. I am with you because you're the less bad option. I wish she respected knowing she is less bad.